probably one of the first presidents to ever bring a show and tell as part of my address, but it does signify something. So, hello. My name is Abby Shapiro, and I am pleased to be serving TBA as your new president. I look forward to getting to know you over the next 2 years. I have been involved in Temple life and leadership since my youngest son, Andrew, was in the preschool in the fall of 1998. My husband, Jay, and I instantly felt a connection to the clergy and the other young families that we met through the preschool. 18 years later, many of those families are still our close friends, and Andrew's too. We celebrated both Robbie and Andrew's bar mitzvahs here and celebrated again when they graduated the Midrash Shah program in 12th grade. From preschool days and ever since, volunteering at our temple has felt comfortable and welcoming. I hoped, and still do, that my kids would see as they got older that giving of oneself, being involved, and helping others is the true meaning of Tikkun Olam, repairing the world. My sisters and I grew up at Knesset Israel, a large Reform temple in suburban Philadelphia. We attended religious school, became bat mitzvah, and were confirmed there. Being Jewish was central to the life of my entire family. I had no better example of commitment to Judaism than my parents. They showed me through personal involvement how to give to one's community. While not particularly involved in temple life, they were very active with Israel Bonds, Missions to Israel, the Philadelphia Federation, the CJP of Philly. It shouldn't be surprising that in such a family, I grew up knowing that I too would be involved. I just didn't think it would be at the temple. Well, here I am. I started my leadership journey with sisterhood, first as a member, then as president. I served as a board member, and after a couple of years, John Bamel invited me to join the executive committee. I became increasingly more involved in the future of Temple Beth Avodah, attending more and more services, programs, and meetings. I continue to learn a tremendous amount about what it means to be part of a welcoming congregation. And now, whenever I'm not home, Jay's running joke is that I must be at a temple meeting. My family and friends questioned my decision to take on so much more additional responsibility. Abby, why are you doing all this? Are you crazy? You're running a business, taking care of Jay, Robbie, Andrew, and Ellie, our dog. Why are you adding this to your already stressful life? I never had a good answer, other than, I don't know, I like it, and my latest response, it's my hobby. But it's actually more than that. Temple life and leadership brings me a sense of true service to others. This, in turn, brings me a sense of purpose and balance. I actually have to work on my real balance every day as I close my eyes and I stand on one foot. In all seriousness, this concept of balance became more pronounced to me this summer when Jay and I traveled to the deserts and Grand Canyon in Utah. The beauty of the landscape was breathtaking. Everywhere we hiked, there were natural and man-made rock formations called cairns. This is a cairn. A cairn is a mound of stones erected as a marker or a stone monument. These natural wonders have remained standing, strong, and in perfect balance, some for thousands of years, even though some of them looked as though they would topple over. This concept of balance and making a place resonated with me as I started thinking about the high holidays, the new year, and my presidency. Temple Beth Avodah is our Jewish home, our marker, our monument. We want and we choose to rely on this place as a monument or building that is strong and permanent, inside and out. TBA should be a part of our own balanced lives. As a spiritual home, it should be there and ready for us and our families, whether it's in a time of joyous simcha or sadness. Our community at TBA is here to support all of us. For my family, this temple community came to our rescue when our lives were shaken by a fire that burnt our home down in 2009. When so much else felt dark and insecure, TBA was a source of comfort and help. We were able to move forward because our temple helped us achieve our bearings again. We found our balance here. TBA's last strategic plan called for us to make a change in our governance structure. The governance committee, led by Neil Jacobs, met for almost a year and were charged with finding a way to condense the board of directors from 80-plus people to a working board of 25. In June, we concluded the first year of our new structure and met with members of the board to gain their feedback and assessment. The feeling was overwhelmingly positive, and the change allowed for each person to have played a role in policy and temple decision-making. We created 6 oversight committees, which streamlined the operations and programming all of our temple life. These committees offer an opportunity for all members to be involved, not just our board. We celebrated our 50th year with 5 major events that brought in our youngest students and our founding members. We were able to connect with almost everyone. The Torah Project, when we scribed and created a new Torah, remains one of the most cherished experiences. I can honestly say one of my most memorable life moments was watching 600 people parade our new Torah into this very sanctuary. This spring, we undertook a small but successful Imagine TBA fundraising campaign that raised over $650,000. The campaign focused on 2 distinct immediate needs: technology and infrastructure upgrades and the Rabbi Lisa Idison Boston-Haifa Exchange Program. You will pleasantly be surprised to be able to use your smartphones, iPads, and laptops without leaving the building or trying to find a spot that connects. Our children will be utilizing new technology in their school curriculum, finally catching up to their public and private school learning styles. Additionally, the funds will sustain the Boston-Haifa Student Exchange Program for approximately the next 6 years. Just speak with any one of the students who have participated, and you will see the clear impact this program has made. The success of these connections, the enthusiasm and involvement of our students meant we didn't have a choice but to continue to sustain this program. What's next, and why should I continue to do this work? We have a strong leadership team who are ready to chart the course for the future. We are fortunate to have this place, this community, our Karen. But look around. Other congregations are starting to falter. Membership is declining and buildings are empty. We need to prepare for TBA's future, where we want to go and how we envision ourselves. We cannot sit on our laurels. Status quo thinking is not okay. Being behind the curve is not just bothersome, it is lethal. We need to ask ourselves hard questions about our due structure, be creative about income generation, and possible collaboration in the community. In the course of the next 2 years, my goal is to have the board and any interested congregants involved in the conversations, ask the questions, create a new strategic plan, and to continue to chart the course for the future of TBA. Temple Beth Avodah is on a great path. We are in balance. We are strong. Our Karen is always growing. Come add to it. Bring yourself in and bring the temple new strength. Greater new strength and even greater balance, and you will receive even more in return. I urge you all to try something new here at TBA. Set a goal. Come to Shabbat services once a month. Try working on a committee. It's worth your time and energy. And I promise I won't ask why you spend time here when your life is so busy. On behalf of Jay, Robbie, Andrew, and I want to wish you a very happy balanced, and healthy new year and an easy fast.